Welcome back to new transformation that is called jet transformation. In the previous two transformation, Laplace and Fourier, our domain was continuous. Means the value of the t is lying between, if you're taking the Laplace transformation of ft, it was equal to 0 to infinity e to the power minus st ft dt, where t is taking values between 0 to infinity. It means the function has infinitely many values for infinitely many values of t, because t is not countable. T can take any value between 0 to infinity. Similarly, in the Fourier, domain was minus infinity to plus infinity. But in the jet transformation, our parameter, independent parameter, is discrete value. So this is a discrete transformation. It is taking some particular values of given independent parameter or variable. So what is the jet transformation? Let's see before a infinite sequence. Let n be the set of non-negative integers. It means I am including 0 here, and a sequence, this is the symbol of sequence, fn, is equal to n starting from 0, 1, 2, nth, up to infinity, up to f infinity. I don't know the value at last value. The value will be given to you. Bn infinite sequence where fn is defined as the value of the function f at n, and n is coming from set of non-integers. So this is taking some particular values of n, 0, 1, 2, 3. It is not taking the fraction values. It is not taking the fraction values. I am taking this set as 0, 1, 2, so on. So it is a countable values. So it is nothing else. It is a discrete integer valued function here. Integer valued function here. And what type of integer? Non-negative. Non-negative. It can be negative also. Then our transformation will be two-sided. I will see this remark also. But I am defining here for n greater than equal to 0 means one-sided transformation here. But in engineering application, we use both side transformation. Assume that fn is 0 for n less than 0, or you can say for negative integers, the value of fn is 0 for all n here. So ultimately, what is fn is given as? Fn is given as f of n whenever n is belonging to non-negative integers, and it is 0 when n is less than 0. Non-negative integers means 0, 1, 2, 3, and so on. So this is the definition of infinite sequence is given here. The jet transformation, the jet transformation, the jet transformation of the sequence fn is defined as z of fn is equal to sigma n equal to 0 to infinity fn z to the power minus n. Or if you expand this, it will be f0 plus f1 over z plus f2 over z square plus so on. It will be the ultimately function of small z. So call it as small z. So the z transformation of fn is supposing here f of z. So the z transformation of this sequence is defined as in this form, but it will be z transformation whenever this power series in 1 by z, in the terms of 1 by z, you can see that is convergent. So this will be the z transformation of fn provided this power series in 1 by z is convergent means sum is a finite value, sum is not tending to infinity. We have some test for convergence also that we will see in the complex analysis module. Here, what about z? Z may be real or complex. May be real or complex. What is the convergence reason? For a given sequence Fn, there exists a number capital R such that the series sigma n equal to 0 to infinity fn z to the power minus n converges for all z such that mod of 1 upon z less than r, that is mod z greater than 1 over r, and diverges for mod z less than 1 upon r. Converges for mod z greater than 1 upon r and diverges for mod z less than 1 upon r. What is r here? Let's see important result here. First, what is r here? Let sigma n equal to 0 to infinity a and z naught to the power n be a power series then capital R is called radius of convergence. Radius of convergence, I will discuss it in detail in the complex analysis module of the power series is given as capital R is equal to limit n tending to infinity an over an plus 1. An is nth term here. Second remark is, then R we have to supply from this. If you take Fn here, then for our case, if you have sequence in the form of 0 to infinity Fn z to the power minus n, then your R will be limit n tending to infinity Fn over Fn plus 1. Second remark is, the Z transform Fz valid in its region of convergence. Region of convergence. It is valid only in the region of convergence and it is always unique. What is the region of convergence? This is the region of convergence and R you have to obtain from this formula. I will discuss in the problems. Remark 3 is, so if it is valid in the region of convergence, then it is always unique. Remember this point. If Fn, sequence Fn is defined for negative integers means n equal to -3, and so on, -2, -1, and so on, then it is called two-sided jet transformation. But it is not in mathematics syllabus, it is in engineering syllabus. Electronics student will definitely study this. How to define the inverse jet transformation? Let's see the definition of inverse jet transformation. We know that the jet transformation of Fn is F of Z, and it is given as sigma n equal to 0 to infinity Fn Z to the power minus n. Then Fn is obtained as Z inverse of F of Z. Z inverse of F of Z. So this is called inverse jet transformation. Inverse Z transform. So this is the definition, and this is the inverse jet transform definition. Let's see some important results. Existence of jet transformation. For which type of sequences the jet transformation exists? So let's see. Let Fn be a sequence of exponential type. What is the type of exponential? Similar definition to exponential type function in the Laplace transform. That is, there exists n greater than 0, t naught greater than equal to 0, where m and alpha greater than 0. Remember the definition of exponential type function. And n not greater than equal to 0, such that magnitude of Fn less than n into e to the power nt naught for all n greater than equal to n naught. Then this is called exponential type sequences. If any sequence satisfies this property, then that sequence is called exponential type. And then what is the existence theorem? We have important existence theorem here. Every sequence Fn of exponential type has Z transform. Has Z transform. This is the necessary and sufficient condition for the existence of Z transform. So this is the necessary and sufficient. What is the necessary sufficient condition? Exponential type. But in the Laplace transformation, exponential type function is only sufficient condition, not necessary. But in this case, it is necessary and sufficient both. So remember, this is the difference between exponential type sequence and exponential type function in Laplace and jet transform here. Let's see some important jet transforms of some standard sequences. First, I am taking let f0. First, at the value of function at 0 is 1, and the rest where the value of the function is 0. For n equal to 1, 2, 3, and so on. It means what is the type of the graph? If this is your n axis, this is your fn axis, fn is equal to f of n obviously. Then at this is n equal to 0, this is n equal to 1, this is n equal to 2, this is n equal to 3, and so on. So at 0, the value of function is 1 is given to you. But at 1, 2, the value of the function fn is 0 here. So cross is representing the values here. Cross is representing the values here. So this type of sequence, a sequence of this type This is very important sequence. Plays a role similar to Dirac delta function delta t of continuous argument t. This is look like a Dirac delta function only. Then jet transformation of Fn is defined as f0 plus f1 over z plus f2 over z square plus so on, and this is equal to f of z. Substitute the values here. So for here fn, f0 is 1, f1 is 0, f2 is 0, and so on. So this is the fz here. So jet transform of this value is 1 here. Or you can say that, so z of fn or fz equal to 1 here. So inverse transform, if you take z inverse fz, what is fz here? Fz is 1 here. Inverse z transformation of 1 is fn sequence. What is fn? Fn is this sequence only. Where fn is defined as f0 equal to 1. Here you can say that 1 when n equal to 0, and 0 when n equal to 1, 2, 3, and so on. So for this type of sequence, the jet transformation is 1, and inverse of 1 is can be defined as this type of sequence only. So this is a very important sequence. This gives the jet transformation, inverse jet transformation of 1. Let's see the second sequence. Let fn equal to 1 for all values of n, 0, 1, 2, 3, and so on. Means if we see the geometrically here, the value of n equal to 0, n equal to 1, n equal to 2, n equal to 3, and so on, the value of fn is 1. The value of fn is 1. N equal to 0, it is 1. N equal to 1, it is 1. N equal to 2, it is 1. N equal to 3, it is 1. So this type of function you have here. This type of function you have here. So if we take the jet transformation of this function, this sequence look like unit step function. If you remember, it's called the unit sequence, because for each value of n, the function has value 1, or the value is unit. Unit means 1, or the discrete unit step sequence. So this is name of the sequence is discrete unit sequence. The jet transformation of this sequence fn are 1, because for every value of n it is 1, is f0 plus f1 over z plus f2 over z square, and so on. This is equal to f of z is 1 plus 1 over z plus 1 over z square, and so on. This is equal to f of z here. This is the jet transformation of 1. Remember one binomial expression, 1 minus x to the power minus 1. 1 minus x to the power minus 1 is 1 plus x square plus x cube plus so on. So if you compare with this expansion, capital X is 1 by z. So it will be, or you can write it is equal to 1 over 1 minus x is equal to 1 plus x square plus so on. So this is very useful expansion here. So it is equal to 1 over 1 minus z, or z over z minus 1. So jet transformation of 1 is z over z minus 1 is equal to fz here. Or if you want to take the inverse transformation, then the z inverse, capital Z inverse of z over z minus 1 is 1. So inverse transformation of z over z minus 1 is 1 here. I'm not discussing here radius of convergence because it is not so much useful in engineering. If you are studying higher mathematics in graduation or BS or MS, then it is useful. But if someone is interested, then I can discuss the radius of convergence here. Let's see the third example. Fn equal to a to the power n. A is any real or complex number. Then the jet transformation of Fn is defined as F0 plus F1 over Z plus F2 over Z square plus F3 over Z cube plus so on. This is equal to F of Z. So it is Z transformation of A to the power n. So what will be the F0 if Fn is A to the power n? Or you can write it is equal to sigma n equal to 0 to infinity Fn Z to the power minus n. Because here Fn is given as a sequence form, so we can directly use this result here. So it will be sigma n equal to 0 to infinity A to the power n Z to the power minus n. This is equal to Fz. Remember, this result can be also written as in this form. If you see carefully, this can be written as x to the power n for n equal to 0 to infinity. So sigma n equal to 0 to infinity x to the power n is equal to 1 over 1 minus x. 1 plus x square, so on can be written as sigma n equal to 0 to infinity x to the power n. Remember, this is a very useful result here. So now if you compare it by writing in this form, a by z to the power n equal to fz. So this is the jet transformation of a to the power n here. Now if you compare with this capital X is a by z, then this is equal to 1 over 1 minus x, and x is here. If you see x is here, a by z, or it is equal to z over z minus a. So we have z transformation of a to the power n is z over z minus a equal to fz here, or z inverse of z over z minus a is equal to a to the power n. If a equal to 1, then it will become z transformation of 1, that is equal to z over z minus 1. That we have already studied. You can see that the result is same here. So this is a very useful result here. Fourth sequence I am taking Fn equal to a to the power minus n, where a is any real or complex number. Then the jet transformation of Fn is equal to sigma n equal to 0 to infinity Fn z to the power minus n equal to sigma n equal to 0 to infinity a to the power minus n z to the power minus n equal to fz only. So this is equal to sigma n equal to 0 to infinity 1 over az to the power n equal to fz. Now you again compare, capital X is your 1 over az, 1 over az, so it will become 1 over 1 minus 1 over az equal to fz, jet transformation of a to the power minus n. So the jet transformation of a to the power minus n is az over az minus 1. This is your fz here, or z inverse of az over az minus 1 equal to a to the power minus n. Remember, here az must be same. So this is a fourth important sequence. Fifth, I am taking here exponential type. Let Fn equal to e to the power an, e to the power an. Where a is any real or complex number. Then the Z transformation of Fn is equal to sigma n equal to 0 to infinity Fn Z to the power minus n is equal to sigma n equal to 0 to infinity e to the power an Z to the power minus n is equal to f of z. This can be written as e to the power a over z to the power n. You can verify it. And I told you the result, sigma n equal to 0 to infinity x to the power n equal to 1 over 1 minus x. So compare here, x is e to the power a by z, so it will become 1 over 1 minus 1 over e to the power a by z. X is actually, sorry, it is equal to 1 over 1 minus x is e to the power a by z. So it will be equal to z over z minus e to the power a. So this is your Z transformation. Or, so this is equal to the Z transformation of e to the power n, or z inverse of z over z minus e to the power a is equal to e to the power an. So this is again a very important result here. Sixth sequence I have. This is a very important sequence. Fn is e to the power an, e to the power an. Also take firstly a to the power n over factorial n type, where a is any real or complex number. Then the Z transformation of Fn is defined as sigma n equal to 0 to infinity Fn z to the power minus n. Sigma n equal to 0 to infinity Fn is a to the power n by factorial n z to the power minus n. Due to factorial notation, I cannot use this result here now. So what we have to do? We just expand, firstly write in this form, n equal to 0 to infinity 1 over factorial n a by z to the power n. Now you use n equal to 0, 1, 2, 3. It will be equal to f of z only. So Z transformation of a to the power n by factorial n is equal to 1 plus a by z plus 1 over factorial 2 a by z whole square, 1 over factorial 1 we can write it, 1 over factorial 3 a by z whole cube. Remember, this type of expansion you have already studied in the class 10 plus 1. E to the power p is 1 plus p over factorial 1 plus p square by factorial 2 and so on. If you compare here, p is a by z. So the Z transformation of a to the power n by factorial n is e to the power a by z equal to fz. Or z inverse of e to the power a by z is a to the power n by factorial n. So this is a very important result. In particular, if a equal to 1, this is very important result, then z inverse of e to the power 1 by z will be 1 over factorial n. So whenever you want factorial notation, you have to use this result. Exponential to the power 1 by z, z inverse is 1 over factorial n. Seventh sequence we have here. Let Fn equal to e to the power an by factorial n. Then Z transform, where a is any real or complex number, Z transform is z of Fn equal to sigma n equal to 0 to infinity Fn z to the power minus n, sigma n equal to 0 to infinity e to the power an by factorial n z to the power minus n. So we can write like this, 1 over factorial n e to the power a by z to the power n, this is equal to fz only. Now if you expand n equal to 0, then n equal to 1 e to the power a by z plus n equal to 2, 1 over factorial 2 e to the power a by z whole square plus so on. Now, if you again compare with the previous expansion, I told you e to the power p is 1 plus p square by factorial 2 plus p cube by factorial 3. So p is e to the power a by z. So it will become e to the power a by z. So z transformation of e to the power an by factorial n is e to the power a by z. This is your fz. Or z inverse of e to the power a by z is equal to e to the power an by factorial n. So this is again important transformation. I am giving you some problem as a homework based on today lecture. You can try. Find z transform of first 2 to the power n, second minus 3 to the power n, third e to the power minus 3n, fourth e to the power minus n by factorial n. Find inverse z transform of z over z plus 2 first, second is 3z over 3z minus 1, third is e to the power minus 2z, fourth is e to the power 1 over 2z, e to the power 1 over 2z. So this is your assignment today, and first lecture is a very basic lecture, and this lecture is very useful in further lectures. Okay, thank you.